You'll see.
But is it on a banner that goes on the bottom of our show?
Well, that's a ticker. A banner is something that you. It's like a border. I'll show you.
Wait. Tell me when we're live.
We're live.
Oh, we are. Well, you got to tell me these things, man.
I'm telling you. You said go live, so I did.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. I got to. Hey, you guys, everyone out there, just give me a moment to get this going. It's always a hassle on Facebook. People that are watching us on Twitch, hello. People on YouTube, hello. Give me a second. Trying to find our. Okay, so.
While we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and start playing reels.
Go ahead.
I will play her second one.
All right.
There we
Everything's
go.
Michael Ferguson.
We need to at least try to make a call for help.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that call. This is Amityville Station 3. We're under siege by zombies.
Listen, I don't know, and I don't care what's in those crates. What I do want to know is whatever inside is secure. I was told I was protecting it, not protecting us from it.
Let's go, man.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you, brother.
This is the place? Yeah. It's been detailed.
There's one security officer and he's old as fuck. That good enough for you?
That depends.
On fucking what?
Whether you decide to run off with my fucking money.
You think I'm fucking stupid?
You ran for my...
Wait, is it already ended?
It looks.
What now?
We're experiencing some issues at this moment with the internet
No, you were
due
experiencing
to the storm
issues.
last night. I know. That's what I'm saying.
Is it because you're in the boonies or your computer's?
So I have to. So I'm in the boonies. I've got a 70-foot tower. But I mean, I get 100 megs, but I don't know what's going on. The storm caused a lot of issues last night. But I'll have to replay it
During
when we
the
go on break.
you can replay it at the end.
Okay, I will.
But anyway, you guys, hey, this is JD Glasscock. You're watching Stormcrow Dreamers Talking to Dreamers, episode 49. We are one episode away from half a century. And then, of course, this is Lola. And then my co-host, Mark Potter, the lightsaber-wielding savant. Later on, he will be doing a quadruple backflip while doing a double attack lightsaber strike. It will be amazing to watch. We will have an ambulance standing by, though, just in case. But anyway, thanks for coming back and watching us again. If you're watching it currently or you're watching in the future, we do have a new, look at that, wearing our new t-shirt. There you go. But anyway, let's bring our guests in. Who do you want to bring in first, man?
We got Mike Ferguson.
Okay, so one of the hottest actors out there right now in the indie world. He is working on everything and anything. And we have been friends for a few years now. Great guy. Also a tattooist. Bring in Mike Ferguson. Hey,
What's up,
brother.
guys?
Hey, and
Hey, what's up, Mike?
his name is Ferguson, but for the Gaelic people out there, it is also Ferguson.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. They like movies. Hey, listen, I want to get sponsored by Monster, so let's make this happen. Rick Thorne, help me get sponsored by Monster. Thank you. Love you, Monster.
All right.
Sorry about that, guys.
You're so funny, dude. Anyway, the next guest is an amazing comedian and director and filmmaker in her own right. She's always working hard, producing, doing comedy shows, acting. Bring in Divinity Rose.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, Divinity, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, very cool. And again, let's also mark with the help of Michael Quigg, who's my artist guy. We have now come up with our T-shirts and stuff. Man, what is that? Dreamers talking to dreamers. So very, 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 very cool. That we just started that. It's over on.
Is that
Twitch.
black on black?
No, it's gray. It's a gray shirt.
It looks black on black in this lighting. It reminded me of the Metallica album cover. I'll be honest with you. I'm not here to bust your balls.
Yeah, I just like dark colors. We had light
thing that came to my
colors.
mind.
We had light, light colored shirts too.
Nice. Yeah.
I just like dark colors. It goes with my brooding poet routine, man. But anyway, so let's just jump right into it. We had a lot of storms last night in Texas, so he had some internet issues with the your guys' reels playing. They got cut a little bit, so we're gonna put it at the end, and he'll also edit it back into the beginning when we get done. And so they'll be bookending the show. Divinity, you sent him 2, yes?
I'm sorry?
You sent him 2 reels, right?
I think so. I sent a few things and said you guys are welcome to pick whatever you want. Yeah.
So that'll be at the end of the show. We're only going to do an hour show tonight. Mike has another talk show he's going to do right after this. But anyway, let's jump right into it. Let's start with Divinity. Divinity, in the last couple of years, I've already in the intro talked about your comedy, your own filmmaking, directing, as well as acting. What have you done in the last 2 years that you thought turned out beautiful and you're passionate about, and it came out wonderful?
Well, the last couple of years, we had the pandemic, so there's not a whole lot that went out during that time. It was a good time for planning ahead, and so I applied for I did a lot of home-based stuff. I applied for and got 4 out of 5 grants for some of my projects. Screenwriting, TV pilots, things like that. And then also right now, Trigger Stories.
I can't imagine that being easy because the U.S. is not the biggest on grant giving for film. Canada's huge on.
Well, documentaries, believe it or not, if you're looking into a documentary, there is funding out there for it. You can be a filmmaker and just
depends
really
on the projects. Yeah, it definitely depends on the projects. In Kentucky, we have a great foundation called the Kentucky Foundation for Women, who they sponsor and fund feminist artists with grants, so a lot of those were very helpful. One of the TV pilots was about pack horse librarians during the Great Depression in Kentucky. It's a really exciting story. A lot of Appalachia's history was whitewashed, so bringing back some of the diversity into the story, and then this amazing story about how women pretty much kept Eastern Kentucky alive. So that was eligible.
No, and that's what there's. And if you want to do that and you want to tell stories, I mean, listen, that's the thing. As artists, we've got to take down, I think, the guardrails on what we think is art, because it all is, whether I'm doing YouTube, a kid show, or a documentary, working or doing crew work, it's all part of us. It takes everybody being patient and loving to get through whatever we're doing. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I was
definitely
clear with that.
Definitely a collaborative art form. It definitely is. Yes. I do perform on stage as a comedian. I've won awards for that. I do write and I do direct, but I also, like right now, I'm also working as an art department coordinator on a feature film. So I work crew, and it gives me a really unique perspective to work in all avenues, to be able to really respect everyone and what they need and how hard everyone works to make something happen.
Believe me, I spent 8 years in LA working for a living as background and stand-in. So I get, especially as a stand-in, I got like literally you get absorbed. Like stand-in is one of the few low end positions that literally though the whole time you're right in the middle.
Look, I still fucking do background.
I don't.
The lighting,
you definitely get a unique view of what is going on around you while you're hurry up and waiting. You definitely get to watch everything.
I still do fucking background. I just worked on blind spotting. I don't give a fuck. if I'm not on set,
I did it
if
for
I'm
8
not
years
making something,
in
I
LA,
feel like
but
I
that's how I
failed.
made a living. So I hear you. There's nothing wrong with it.
No.
To me,
Look, I mean, you get to see the inner workings. Look, I've been on big sets where I'm not background. I've got 3 lead movies I'm out this year. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm not acting,
I think
and I have
learning
another
is
friend
learning,
who's
and
like
learning
this,
is
if he's
always
not
good.
acting, he feels like he fails too. We were on a $50 poster shoot for John Wick 3 that never even got used. But we were there because we were fans of this whole process. And we're like, holy crap, great to see you, brother. You know what I'm saying? And we're, yeah, it's a, you know,
you
it's a
never
whole
know.
community.
Sometimes the extras get bumped up to featured extras or speaking roles. That's definitely happened
Yeah,
before.
I don't care. I want to
Well, I don't know. I had that happen once in Spider-Man. Which one was it? The one with Andrew Garfield. And they didn't want to pay me when I came back around. So
my day rate for indie now is $500. So that's been like this for the past 2 years, and I've been doing well with that, with a couple exceptions. But even for YouTube, my rate doesn't go below $500. So if I'm doing 2 episodes a week and I've got all this year and a half, do the math. You know what I'm saying? Like I am right now, I don't need to do that, but I want to go eat the brisket sandwiches, and they had some tuna wraps that were amazing. Look, man, big production is so beautiful and eloquent to look at. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care if I got to do whatever. I want to be there. You know what I'm saying? If you call it manifesting, call it whatever else. You know, I love acting. And if I'm not doing something or being part of a production or driving a truck, I am not doing crap. I'll lose my mind. I don't have that many friends.
I felt the same way about sumo mud wrestling, man. I did. So...
that's where the grants come from, a lot of them the last few years. And then triggerstories.com, there is something you can look at there. That's a project I got a grant for. It's about women. Well, this stage is women, but the overall project is about people with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
And so the first part of it is an augmented reality type of technology art installation that take interviews from 10 different women and put them down to 2-minute animations. And then the next step on that is a mini doc and then taking it to a feature length doc.
That's
so documentary. That's
really good. You're putting your passion.
Yeah, so those are out there. I'm also have a grant that on a project that's on hold for a mobile app for young girls ages 9 to 12. Kind of like those murder mystery games that you play with a mobile app where you walk around a neighborhood. But in this case, there's a futuristic museum and the young girls are time travelers and they have to go back and find stories about women in history to put in the museum.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of.
I got to look into that, man. My angle has always been just getting private investors. You know what I mean? So
you have to look at everything from every angle and take away those guardrails.
I was so I had a really interesting childhood. I grew up in foster homes. I was in 10 different foster homes, and then I was adopted. And I like to say during that time, I was raised by Republicans who were very good about making you learn to do, get up, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. And then also, through a turn of events, I was on the streets as a teenager. I became a single mom. I was a single mom for 20 years. I became very resourceful. And you learn to pull from anywhere you can, whether it's advertising, and local stores that will give you some money to feature them.
I know. Well, look at me. I mean, I've never said no. You know what I'm saying? I gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Well, right? I mean, a lot of people sit around and see other people and they're like, oh, well, those people are lucky, or those people just had the right connections.
No, I believe in hard work.
Those people generally are out there grinding every day, looking and hunting and working for other people and doing favors for other people, and I approach it a lot of the time as a how can I help you attitude. And that's really what you have to do usually to get funding, because everybody who's going to give you money will want something for their money. And whether that's to fulfill their mission as a foundation and like make sure more art about women is getting out there, or whether that's advertising, or whether that's they just want to say they're a producer on a film, you have to understand what other people want and be able to fulfill that.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh no, I get you. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Well, I mean, and I agree. I mean, that's how I got most of the funding for my short films. A lot of my short films, especially in the beginning, were actors that were in the short films that just loved my writing, that wanted to be in the, like, have a script I wrote that they could act for their own acting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying, because it's always like it always comes down, especially when you're talking money. It always comes down to what they want.
It is
for that money.
Same, exactly. Same with actors. I have to like make deals. I keep track of all my friends or people I know who are actors, and I know the kind of roles they're interested in doing, whether it's paid or not, because they want to add it to their reel. So I keep that in the back of my head. I'm always keeping those things in the back of my head, and it's just like here comes that ginger dealer again, trying to make those deals.
I knew as an actor to be able to have to be able to push. You have to have the largest platform possible, which social media, especially COVID, taught us that. You know what I'm saying? Is especially with the influencers, the studio system's unsustainable as we currently see it. It's just it's not sustainable because the advertising dollars are going down to 19-year-old kids that are affixing to the next buying generation, which is right now. So you have to make yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're only as important as you can push something. You know what I'm saying? As your digital footprint now, so to speak, and body of work. And that's why, you know, in the beginning, look, I only started acting like 6 years ago. I was a tattoo artist for 30 years. You know, and I knew I had to do a certain genre that I was a huge fan of. It says Dead by Dawn on my hand. Dead by Dawn, dead across my knuckles. Was a tattoo artist 30 years, so of course I'm going to go to horror. Horror's got a great vapid crowd. I was just at WonderCon on Saturday for a science fiction movie I'm in. And you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I love this craft. I wanted to do it 6 years, but I knew I had to take it serious as shit.
Well, let's get into, since we're already doing this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I want to
get back to Divinity right now. Mike, no, I know you're an energetic cat, Mike.
I just pounded out a monster.
And you're almost about as ADD as I am. But anyway, Mike, what have you done in the last couple years that you thought was kick-ass? I'm sure you've referenced it already, but
I did Shadow Marsh, which is a supernatural drama, pretty much PG-13-ish. We did a TV show called Death Squad that got picked up by CW last year. Which I was 5 of the 13 one-hour episodes. I die saving everybody. Just had Amityville Uprising, which is doing really well right now, in the indie horror world. And I was it's about to release. They'll have a release date at San Diego Comic-Con. Colonials, a science fiction movie. I did the voiceover for Grom. It's got Greg.
It's out of camera, brother. There you go.
That's not. Look how handsome he is. There's a card game. I'm the most powerful card in the game. It's got a video game and release date soon. It's got Greg Creek. It's got Sean Kanan, Emmy Award winner in it. It's got Jamie Bernadette. I've done 2 movies with Jamie and Greg, and it's got
Jamie did a remake of the revenge flick, right?
I'm sorry?
Jamie is the one that just got a lot of buzz for doing that remake or that sequel of that revenge
flick.
Her
career's on. She's done so much more than that. She's done quite a few Lifetime movies.
I just know that blew her up a little bit.
Yeah, she's doing a lot of like guest stars on shows. Her career, that's why I piggyback my name onto hers. She's an amazing woman. And she goes for it, man. I've worked with her twice, and she's amazing.
Yeah, she's very intense kind of method actor. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
She's very intense kind of method actor.
100%. I've never talked about her acting style, but it seems that way. It was very.
I've conversed with her every once in a while over the last 7-8 years. So.
Yeah. She's married to her soulmate, which he's an awesome guy. So I wish them nothing but the best.
Very, very cool, man. I always try to wish everybody the best. Even people I don't like, I don't expend energy on disliking people. It's wasted energy, man. I just remove them from my existence. Yeah.
I'm way too close to death that I am life, so I got to just keep trucking.
No, I mean, most people, I just sit there and try to do positive. I think I had this the other day. I got in an argument with someone where on Facebook where people actually expend the energy for no other reason to actually just say negative shit on someone's personal post.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is the point of that, dude? Like,
So my brother's got this buddy. He's been friends of the family, sorta, for a bunch of years. First time I meet the guy, he trips and busts a tooth out trying to attack me. This is a grown man in his 40s, so drunk as I just got off the plane. He trips and falls face first. Boom! Knocks his front tooth out. He will.
Yeah, I didn't understand. The other day I had a post on my personal page, not a group page. Personal page looking for an editor for my book. And I had two different people post that the money I was offering was way too small. I'm like, why are you posting on my page, man? Like, why are you... This is not in some group.
Click and delete.
This is not in some group page. This is not in some, like, film literary page. I'm like, I just deleted both posts, and I deleted those people. I'm like, man, literally... I never understood the concept of people instead of working on whatever misery is going on inside themselves, instead looking for excuses to blurt out their misery onto everyone around them. Just be positive, man. Your misery might go away if you just support people. Just go say, great job, happy for you, blah, 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 blah.
I mean, here's the thing: is everybody deals with stuff in a different way. I mean, literally, I just got to keep trucking. I mean, everybody deals with stuff, and I'm not saying either way is right. Look, I'm just chill. I am the most neutral guy in the world. Want to eat grilled cheese sandwiches, some nice bagels, drink coffee, and just watch the world pass by. I'm not trying to be a rebel rouser, so to speak. That's what I did when I was a young man. Those days are done.
No, that's what I'm saying is I just think it's more conducive, even if you're a selfish person, it's more conducive to helping you to support and be positive towards those that are around you.
Of course, but also you got to know if you post it up there and somebody posts something negative, you're putting it in a public place. So you got to be willing to take the look. I'll tell you what, Amityville Uprising, if you love 80s movies and you like zombies, this is the movie for you. This is a movie I would have watched when I was a kid. It got terrible reviews. I don't care. I'm on the cover of a movie distributed by Lionsgate.
No, I do agree.
I will be signing at conventions for the next year or so.
You sell
that
books,
ain't bad.
Films, all that shit. You're going to get negative crap. I get it. I totally understand it.
Yeah. Look, man. That's what the public square is. It's a bunch of people that don't have to pay repercussions and stuff. I had to come to terms with that a long time ago. It's part of it. Negativity is great too because it changes your algorithm. When they post on that, their friends see it, so it's kind of a gift. You got to look at it from all angles. I was with Rich Piana. He would lose his mind. He slapped a handicapped kid because of internet stuff at a tattoo at a bodybuilding convention. It was in Mayhem. But yeah, he got over, because they would dox him. Like
I just remove him, and I don't get mad. Like if I post stuff on a Facebook page or group, or I don't get bothered by that if someone talks crap. The only time I get irritated is when it's like a personal. My own page and someone on my own little group comes over and starts. I'm like, man, seriously, go away.
Yeah.
Anyway, jump back to Divinity. Divinity, what currently right now are you focused on that you're like intense about?
Well, too many things. I am working on that Triggered project with the PTSD stories. That I'm the producer, director, writer.
Congratulations.
And then I'm executive producer on some short films for a studio called Tinker Toad Studios. It's a rising director here in Kentucky. He's awesome. His name is Shane Devon. He's done The UFO Girl and Piper Pence of the Pandemic that I was a producer for. And then we're about to do Ghost-O-Matic. He's very charming, awesome. These kind of vintage vibe films, like 70s, 80s vintage vibes. Yeah. And he's really great. Check him out, tinkertonestudios.com. You'll love his work. And then I'm also a producer on a series of shorts that are going to be on social media. They're like Twilight Zone type things. They're called the series Weird Static. And I'm executive producer on that. And I'll be writing for that. Hopefully a few episodes or directing. We're switching off on that with the team. And then I'm the art coordinator for a feature film. Currently, we're in the middle of production right now. That wraps on the 15th called The Kiss List. It's a coming of age comedy shooting here in Louisville, Kentucky. And then, I've got that app on my plate. I just interviewed the official producer on the Courtroom TV show. Sorry?
Well, one of Mark's life goals has been to be on a set, and all he does is fan someone. So if you need
Yeah.
that,
Oh yeah. Oh,
let
I'm
Mark
always
know.
down for fanboys. Grapes.
He's
and
an amazing
families.
fanner.
Fuck yeah, Mike, you can come
Got an
too.
assortment of fans at
I
home.
bet,
We'll see if we can hit the 500 a day.
Yeah, he'll just sit there and.
Yeah. So and then tomorrow night I'm emceeing I've got a comedy show I'm doing tomorrow night.
nice.
Yeah. So just just sounds
Well,
like Mike. Right? I think I'm Mike in another parallel universe.
Yeah, you got a win-win-win.
We both started off Wild Childs, and now we're like, I just want a bagel. Well, I can't have it, but I just want something. I just want to chill.
Just chill out and relax and just take it in and do the very hardest job you can until you can't.
Yes, yeah, you kind of got to roll with it. This production was really hectic, and unexpectedly, my living room and dining room became like prop central, and it was just full of stuff.
Nice.
It's so stressful, and I just had to make a funny video of me singing the song from The Little Mermaid, turning the camera to show just all this stuff everywhere in my house. Like,
I just think anytime you make a film, you got to understand that shit's gonna go wrong.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
You know what I mean? And you have to just
as an actor,
figure out solutions on the wing and get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you definitely have to. If you're gonna work in film, you definitely need to be a problem solver that can think on your feet.
Yeah. Because I can't tell.
Yeah, there's not a film that I've shot that shit didn't go wrong. And
it always does. That's why when you budget, you should always add 20% to your budget of just for. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's not normally a money thing. A lot of times it's just like someone doesn't show up, someone doesn't, you know what I mean, or whatever it is. I mean, money in itself you can't just. There's a lot of issues in films. You can't just throw money at it and fix it. It's just.
That's true. I used to do as a single mom a lot of low budget productions. I mean, I produced like 400 live events in 3 years that I was producing and emceeing and booking.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that goes wrong.
And I had no money, and I thought maybe when I start working on projects with higher budgets, it won't be as stressful, and that is not true. Sometimes it's more stressful. Yeah.
No.
The more people you get involved in a project, the more you're gonna have stuff go wrong. There's just more bodies.
No, I mean you might have more hands to help you fix it, but that's about it.
Yeah, but sometimes you have more hands
messing it up. On the higher budget, it's a lot more chill. You don't have to deal with any of the shit on the higher budget for an actor.
For actors, yeah.
For actors, yeah.
But the actors are treated like gods. They get to sit in their areas, and they don't usually have to deal with the trouble. The crew is the one
But when I do the low budget, which have been quite a bit, I have to hold lights. I have to do whatever. I have to block. I have to, you know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. But I mean, acting is if you're a paid actor with dialogue, your world is completely, utterly different from almost everyone else on that set.
No, it all depends on what set you're on. You got.
I mean, when you're talking budget, when you're talking big budget stuff that you were referencing.
Big budget, but on the lower budget stuff, like no, that doesn't exist.
No, I agree. Well, I was just referencing your comments about big budgets and acting.
Yeah, it depends. I've been on some decently funded films, and it can be a real hassle being an actor too. Like we were shooting in a nightclub with no AC because it would mess with sound. In record heat in Louisville, Kentucky, like 105, 110 degrees in a club scene while I'm sitting there. And it was when I was I was in a scene with Nora Dunn from Saturday Night Live fame. And like they were just spraying us with the fake smoke over and over again and 105, 110 degree heat all day for hours and hours and hours. It was so disgusting and uncomfortable. And the extras had been given beer. Like, it could be.
I did it.
Now add stunts or something to that for actors. You know what I mean? Like they can have it just as tough or have stuff go wrong.
Mm-hmm. No, I did I was an extra on 2-day shoot on Witches of Eastwick on Warner Brother lot, and this was the TV show based on the Jack Nicholson film or whatever, and it went for about a couple seasons. But it was August in LA, probably about 100 and something degrees. And yet they were shooting at that fake city in the Warner Brother lot like it was Boston in winter.
Yeah.
And so we were literally having to wear 4 layers of clothes.
Yeah. I heard stories about Westworld. Yeah.
Walking around, it's 105 degrees and we're wearing 4 layers of clothes like we're in like dead of winter with all this fake snow everywhere. And literally, people were like, we had like one girl pass out from dehydration and heat stroke. And wait, what happened, Mark? Mark, what are you doing, dude?
No, I don't know. It just went.
Now we're back.
Sick.
It temporarily said I wasn't part of the show.
So. Hey, anytime you do a live talk show with guests in separate locations, it can happen.
Sure. Yeah. We were just talking about things going wrong, and
y'all started it.
No, I mean, but I hear you. I literally I used to laugh at some of the shows. I remember they did a show in El Paso and they shot it in L.A. And literally, like not one person in the show had a Texan accent, man. I was like how the hell, have you guys been to like Texas?
Back to the old Robin Hood with Kevin Costner.
All right, so Mike, what are you working on right now, man?
I'm going on a cruise, dog. I just went to Disney. I was at WonderCon this weekend. Then I worked on a movie called Amber Road Saturday with what's his name? Why am I so? I'm terrible with names. The guy from Mad Max, Vernon Wells. He's a cop and I'm FBI. And
you guys clash?
No, not all. Working together. And
like a Tango and Cash?
I don't know about that, but no. It's a super. It's a very harm. It's a scare. I'm a good guy in this. This is a very almost hostile type movie. Oh, I'm not. I'm a good guy. And I've got coming up. I have Vengeance, where I can't tell the whole thing, but it's great.
Well, we're gonna get to that in a second. We're gonna go into future projects. We're gonna end the show.
Yeah, I just got done with that, so I'm going on a cruise, and then I'm on a Vail for.
I've never been on a cruise. I don't know if I would like it.
Why not? It's free food and booze. Well, the room was $250. The booze was $250. 5 days. It's $100 a day to live like a king on the high sea.
Yeah, but being stuck on a floating box for 5 days, I don't know if I'd want to.
I'm swimming with dolphins for $1.50. I'm gonna get a photo of that.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna swim with dolphins in Mexico.
What'd you say? You're paying money to make love to dolphins? Is that what you said?
How much?
No, why did you mind that?
How much is your cruise?
I think you rate the comedy, kid. Huh?
How much is your cruise?
Laws against it.
There was $250 for the room, and then $250 for the drink ticket. 5 days to Ensenadas.
That's not bad.
No, it's great. And then
that's the same thing as like a hotel.
You're right there, Mike.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm leaving on the 7th through the 12th. I mean, it would be insane not to do it. So I live here in LA, and I have I'm not going to grind.
Are they going to let you smoke?
What?
They're going to let you smoke?
Smoke what?
I thought you smoked.
Yeah, I do.
Well, I didn't know if they let you do that on boats, dude.
I don't listen. I'm a grown man. I went to high school. I don't need rules, man. I got a pocket full of money, and I'm big as shit. It gets me a lot of stuff. It honestly does.
It's like Mike is like 5'5".
No, come on.
6'2". I used to be 6'3"-ish. Age is, you know what I'm saying?
I'm 5'2". My son is 6'3".
You're tiny.
So I'd be like, "What's up, Mike?"
Yeah,
I'm only 5'4", and
I'm taking
Mark
you
is
with me
like
to Mexico.
6'4".
Huh?
I said I'm 5'4", and Mark is like 6'4".
That's so weird. In your photos, you don't. It looks the reverse. Like just
no,
your head is higher than his right now.
Reversed.
Yeah,
it is reversed.
My son's 6'3", and he just thinks it's hilarious that he has to get stuff off shelves for me and stuff.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
He moved out, and I have to ask strangers for tall person favors to get my beer at the store or whatever he does. It's like, yeah.
No, I'm about an inch shorter than Mike.
I'm sorry?
I said I'm about an inch shorter than you, and then Mark is, what are you, 5'5", 5'6", Mark?
5'3".
5'3".
I got blessed.
But you have a beautiful, amazingly large personality, so it makes up for it.
See? I'm blessed.
And you're a lightsaber savant, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah. I have whooped some ass with a lightsaber, by the way, just so y'all know.
Yeah, Mark has
maybe
a bunch
one
of
day Mark and I
lightsabers,
need to
but
like
he broke
go
them.
at it and fight. I challenge you to a duel.
He has a shattered lightsaber right now.
Is that right?
And I do completely, utterly mean the double entendre.
I shattered a chandelier in our house.
Oh,
So his wife, significant other, took away his lightsaber.
No, not really. It's behind me, but yeah, it's broken.
Banned the lightsaber.
In the house, yeah.
Did you guys see that sword fight I had with the Ivy chick?
I didn't know. Did you post a clip of?
No, she's very much like Doja Cat, and I didn't know who she was. I just got hit up from these directors I knew, and they're like, "Hey, you available?" Blah blah. I was like, "Yeah." So I came in, went down there. They're like, "It's a sword fight." They hooked me up with the stunt coordinator. I helped them work out the 4-person fight bit, and then I didn't know I was her love interest. In the videos, literally, she's throwing darts at a board in the beginning of the video of me and my face from the Avril Lavigne video, and she's got a buzz saw. The whole song is to go to the strip bar to fight me and kill me.
Well, that sounds like what was that one? My something girlfriend, that Sarah's film, dude, where he fights his girlfriend's.
Well, this was shot.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
I'm sorry?
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
This was very Tarantino. Had me an eye patch on and everything, and katanas on a strip club stage, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, I still want
she saved the day.
Scotsman in. I still want you to be the Scotsman in my female-driven mafia film.
Yeah, I'm totally in. There's that. I went to her premiere.
Mad Dog.
Open bar, strippers from Silks, strip poles, tattooing, and it was all her shit. That was her shit. I just sat in the back, smoked joints, and drank whiskey. It was amazing. And then I got called on stage with her and her Nana.
Nana?
Her grandmother beat your ass too?
Her Nana was there. Yeah, it was great.
So her grandmother beat your ass as well.
No, dude.
It was a whole family affair.
Up with her entourage, and she's yelling out the window. I'm sitting outside smoking weed, and I'm like, I try to pretend like I don't hear her because I'm like, she's not yelling my name. And the person with me is like, no, she's yelling your name. And I saw her, and her family was with her. It was a little weird to me. Look, I'm an old-fashioned guy. I don't walk into parties normally. Look, when I was a young kid, I used to love the strip bars. It's not my life. So when I go into a party and there's girls, the Silk thing was pretty fresh, I'll be honest with you. But there's girls dancing on poles. It was gnarly. Tattoos. There was all kinds of art stuff. It was a different world. It's at downtown LA. It's amazing.
Man, I lived in LA for 8 years. I know what LA is. But that's not usually what the image I get of downtown LA, to be honest. But
the private party.
Yeah, I've worked many times in downtown LA, and it was pretty not appealing. But we did that Batman. What's his name? Bane Batman one with what's his name? We worked in downtown late at night, bro, and everywhere you looked, every 5 minutes, another homeless guy pissing on the wall. So,
I mean, that's the only place they got. I live in LA, and it sucks. It sucks that we treat human beings like this, and I think that you've said most of them are mentally ill. I mean, you got Pomona's got that beautiful hospital I film at all the time that's owned by the college, and they just rent it out for filming. They've got farms, housing, all kinds of sweet shit.
Oh, we could take care of all these problems if we wanted to, but really our whole country seems focused on just greed and making money, and that's all.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, that's always how it's... I'm sorry?
I just said 100%. Like, we have a huge housing crisis because people are snapping up all the houses for Airbnb.
Large corporations were able to do it.
A lot of these places are sitting empty most of the time.
Yeah.
And literally, and it goes all the way down the block, medical, all that stuff. I mean, it would actually cost our government less money to have everyone on Medicare than what they spend now.
Oh, yeah. I love telling people that story.
Money at it.
What story?
being a single mom, I did get medical benefits for my son and stuff.
Yeah.
And I got a firsthand view of how the system currently works. Medicaid, and people who are uninsured can't go to, like, urgent care doesn't accept it. If your doctor can't, most doctors in America
if you're in LA, it does.
So if you have Medicaid or you're uninsured,
if you're in LA, it does.
You go to the, well, in a lot of places it doesn't in the U.S. But
no,
so
the
you
places
go to the
that
hospital.
expanded it.
So
the expansion of it, I don't know if Kentucky did it, but California did, and certain states did expand. Texas didn't expand.
Yeah,
and that was the whole purpose.
Texas is Republican and anti-people.
Right.
Well,
so what happened for the longest time was people would get sick or get a cut or something they could go to a doctor or urgent care for, but because they are uninsured or they have Medicaid, they go to the ER. The ER turns around and tells uninsured people how to get what's called a spin down, which is kind of like an after-fact Medicaid assistance.
The couple of the southern states didn't expand.
So what happens is taxpayers are still paying for them, but they're paying $2,000 to $3,000 for something that could have been.
No, it's been proven over and over. In
California, it worked out.
It would be
less expensive. I'm right next to the Kaiser.
If they put everyone on whatever universal health care.
I know Georgia did it. It wasn't an expansion. I know that some of the southern states, I don't know if Florida did the expansion, because you remember there was calling Obamacare all the shit instead of ACA, and that was the whole thing. And it made a lot of Californians eligible for health care. A lot of them didn't even know.
Yeah, I just personally think we need to look at the Netherlands, Iceland, Sweden, Norway. The way they do health care is the way it should be done. And they always say, oh, well, those are small countries. It's like the most annoying argument I've ever heard, because our gross national product is equally larger than those countries. So the whole using the population as an excuse of why we couldn't do it is the most ridiculous, utter ridiculous argument ever.
Well, and, something that we have here that all of my friends from different countries, Germany, England, Brazil, they all, like, no one else has medical advertising, like commercials and billboards.
No, because it's for profit. That whole business.
And that's why we are overcrowded and why you can't see a rheumatologist for a year, for example. Like, you can't get in for months on end. Like,
no, and you look at the things they're advertising. The side effects are like 28 side effects that are worse than the thing it's actually helping.
Yeah, anytime you see a commercial, it's all fucking bullshit. Look, when you watch a TV show, pick how many things up are a commercial. I mean, literally, that's what we're at. We're at capitalism gone wrong. Everything that leads to it, art, everything else.
Anytime you have capitalism, I think FDR had it right. So I think the only way capitalism works if it's somewhat restrained by socialism. You know what I mean?
Like, it has to have a watchdog. Capitalism has to have a watchdog, because capitalism's only thing is to grow.
It's the thing about unfettered capitalism is it always leads to the same place where we are right now, oligarchy.
Without checks and balances, on that, unfortunately, we've seen it every time, from Halliburton to all these other issues.
And FDR had all those checks and balances in there because of the Great Depression was caused by runaway capitalism. But it took them about 20 years to knock all the crap he had put in, to check it, to get rid of it all.
Yeah.
And then
look,
he went right back to where they were.
Yeah. I try to stay away from politics. I try to treat everybody with love.
I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about just literally.
No. But
I don't care about. I actually don't pay attention to. I think it's equally bad on both sides of the aisle. I don't.
I use my art to project how I feel about something. Everything else stops me from getting a job. So when I'm projecting, whatever, and I have characters that are either way. And if you watch different things, it's bigger chunks of my acting in it, you'll see that is whatever gag I'm selling.
Gotcha.
And whatever it is. But that's what, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, the world fucking sucks. I'm an artist, fuck the world. And be kind to everybody. But at the end of the day, I can only change what's in front of me. I used to be irritable, I was a mischief maker. I mean, look at me. And I've seen some stuff. And these days, man, it's gone beyond what I ever thought it was going to go.
Right.
Really.
But I mean, that's
to be honest, I'm not very political, but I am a writer.
It's a Michael Jackson song, Man in the Mirror.
We're in RoboCop, man. Huh?
It's the Michael Jackson song "Man in the Mirror." We all have to change. We can only change ourselves, but by doing that, we transform a part of a part of the larger pool of consciousness and a pool of we all exist from. So as we change ourselves, we transform the space around ourselves, and that
hopefully that we're all walking microcosm.
Illuminates and grows.
Yeah. See.
Yeah. I know for a fact that Mark is a large walking microcosm.
Is that a sexual innuendo?
I don't know.
All right. Nice to hear.
I don't know, because he has the frozen I just like smoked 8 bong hit face, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
No, I'm just listening, you know.
I know, but your
video image is just a frozen picture. So when you talk, it's just still you staring.
Look, I want to say it's really exciting to work with kids. And the content that I'm creating. Look, you have to understand is when I am marketing to children, is that these are influencers, and this is a form of advertising at the highest level for, think about it, it's a YouTuber getting 2 million views on a video. That's Supernatural used to get 1.9 million views per final season. And that was a huge show for CW for many years. That was their number.
Same as Arrowverse.
That's real. I'm sorry?
Same as Arrowverse.
And so that's, and it's continuing to expand. It's pretty neat shit. It's pretty neat shit. You know what I'm saying? Watching how everything's changing so fast. I'm sorry?
I said I'm happy for you.
It's interesting to watch, man. Watch the dynamic. And, you know, if you ever have any questions, let me know, because literally everything is a digital footprint. You know what I'm saying? And this, it always was. But now it's all
what you do though is more to do what you're trying to do, or what you're talking about is more of a in front of the camera type thing, man. So I really, and I'm not as sociable as you, but I totally
direct. My end game is directing.
Huh?
I want to direct.
No, I know, but I mean, what you're referencing right now is you're acting and you're probably writing and directing it too, but you're in front of the camera, you're creating YouTube videos, you're doing all that kind of stuff, and you are extremely sociable. I'm totally happy for you. It's awesome that all that is happening for you. That won't work for everyone, because first of all, I don't like hanging out with a bunch of people and being sociable and all that kind of stuff.
That's what this industry, I really think, is finding your tribe and doing that as much as you can. I mean, literally, if I would not have been able to do anything. I used to have terrible anxiety, and I would not be able to do anything if I didn't drop those emotional roadblocks that made me. I can't tell you how many times I've been like, look, I'm fucking tired. I'm not going to go to this thing. And that thing ends up leading to something else that really materializes. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't tell you. Even now, I'm still doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got to go travel over here, see if they're okay. Or building this shit, man. I got a little lost. Sorry, I'm stoned.
Hey, dude, I'm ecstatic for you, man, because I remember where you were when we first met, like, 2.5, 3 years ago, to where you are now. It's, to me, beautiful to see, brother.
I appreciate that. Thank you. But, dude, honestly, I had to shut down a lot of my own personality and ideas and traits, so I didn't have these emotional roadblocks on myself, so that I could go further. You know, doing scenes with somebody, in the beginning of my career, I sold stunts for little actors to be big tough guys beating up the big guy. You know what I'm saying? I did that in quite a few movies. And I wanted to be more than that. You know what I'm saying? I thought that I could break type. Next, you know, I'm the big tough guy telling people what to do. And I just had to keep grinding, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, my whole house is just, everything I own is wardrobe. Almost every movie I do now, I keep all my wardrobe. Everything is filming for me. You know what I'm saying? It's the only thing I give a shit about. You know,
cool,
I don't have a dog, I don't have a cat.
You know, I'm the same way when it comes to writing. I'm as passionate you are as what you're doing is how passionate I am when I'm creating worlds, writing, doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so I get it.
Yeah, you got to find. Look, if you can't sell it, you got to find somebody that's going to sell it for you. And my experience with agents hasn't been amazing. Pretty much everything I've done is myself.
My problem is, if I had just wanted to sell scripts, I probably could have done that a long time ago. But everything I've ever done, when I started off 30 years ago. When I started writing poetry, I wrote it to perform it. When I started doing music, I wrote lyrics to sing them. When I started doing film, I wrote scripts to shoot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never had the goal to write to sell. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I never. My goal has never been I want to be a script writer.
Yeah.
Now I've been hired a couple times to write other people's scripts.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with that, but not the stuff I'm writing for myself. The stuff I'm writing for myself, I want to shoot them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now maybe I should get rid of some of that ego and actually go and try to sell some of these things. But I don't know, man. I think Hollywood likes to pigeonhole.
Your journey, dog.
Think, you know, the way you come out of the gate is a lot of times how they try to pigeonhole you. So
you can look, man. I raped the lead in an anti-death penalty movie. My first movie out the gate. I raped the lead of that movie.
I remember this. We talked about it the last time we had the talk.
My first lines out of my mouth was horrific. He was a Meisner actor. It affected me so much that I went and got trained. I trained for a year, studied acting. And he's a great actor. He's been in a bunch of great stuff. But even in what I picked to do, that Lost Girls, that Lifetime movie I just did, the sex trafficking movie that just came out last week, the week before last. That was with Dylan Sprayberry from Teen Wolf, guy from Star Trek. I didn't have a huge role in it, but I was able to, it was for a great cause. If you look behind the history of that movie, I've been able to do some stuff that means something to me in some of the roles. In my beginning, it was just terror and destruction. And I think I'm moving beyond that now in acting, if you know what I mean.
That's beautiful, though, man. But your goal has always been you seem to like being in front of the camera, which is
cool. Look, I was a kid. I grew up. Look, all my tattoos. Planet of the. Let me get this. Planet of the Apes. Another Planet of the Apes. Thade. I've got Doctor Who on this arm. A dialect. I can't even get it in position right. I got Boris Karloff on my whole ribs, man. My whole life is.
Yeah, dude. I think it's The Raven. That was I think his last movie that he did. But anyway, I also had Vincent Price and Peter Lorre in a great movie. But that's beautiful, bro. I want everyone to succeed. I think it's beautiful when I watch people succeed, man. In fact, my big goal has always been to try to get people to be supportive of each other and quit looking at each other like competition. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not about
quit looking at it as someone's success is taking away from you. Look at it as, that's the whole point of this show and why me and Mark put it together and all that stuff was to shine lights on people and support them and get them to, you know what I mean? Like, because to me, that's what it's about. If people, you'd see a lot more people successful, in my opinion, if people in this industry were more supportive of each other instead of the opposite. You know what I mean? And quit looking at everyone as competition.
That's all how you lens it. Here's the thing is my life, as I cleaned it up quite a bit, is that people that are negative, I just don't invite in my life, and I'm not going for masses of things anymore. I am staying true to what I believe in. Look, I had raised 3 daughters. My ex was alpha female. I'm sorry, not alpha male. She's a pro wrestler. She's strong women. That's great. That's always been my thing. And of course, when I came into the whole thing, I was a putrid, ugly guy. But then I was able to lend myself to doing some roles that help. Now I'm doing kids stuff. It's all G-rated, not raunchy. We go through YouTube scrutiny because this kid has 6 million subscribers. They're all children. And then 28 million, he's rich just from TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So where he was able to quit high school and do, live a great life, live in a penthouse suite. So, and that's, you talk about wanting to pull your image as far as you can. Now imagine an improv show where you're allowed to do that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your narrative wants to be. And they're allowing you to play, and that's what I'm doing. I think, look, man, you're the man. You're a great writer. We all have our journeys to go on. It's, what I'm saying? You're kicking life's butt. You're in Kentucky, yeah?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know where to start in the film industry in Kentucky.
Right. Well, like I said, I was a single mom, so I created my own markets.
Yeah.
Now the film. Now we have incentives here, so we just got them back, and they're pretty good. So we're starting to get a lot of work here. There's an Orlando Bloom film shooting here right now. And the one that I'm doing, and some other ones. So, but we don't have the crew, so that gets scarce here. But I think what's really important
to touch on.
something really important to touch on when you're talking about positivity and being positive and all this. Mike's done it, I can tell, is you have to do a lot of self-work, and you have to ask yourself constantly, how am I getting in my own way? What do I need to change about myself to be more successful? But also, like he said, I've had to cut out people from my life it was very difficult choices, and it remains difficult choices because they negatively impacted my own mental health or my own ability to feel good about myself and what I'm doing. And that's one of the hardest things to do, because I came into the industry 100% wanting to help everyone and wanting to see everyone fly and wanting to see everyone succeed.
I agree. There's
and then I realized I was trying to drag a lot of people to their dreams that weren't doing the work they needed to do to be there.
No, I get you. I get you.
You can lead the horses to water.
I totally believe in
you want to support and you want to be positive, but you also have to stay 100% focused on understanding, getting yourself to where you need to be, and then you'll bring
discernment is always should be one of your number one skills. Discernment of spirits around you. So
but I wasn't good at that when I first started. I wanted everybody to succeed, even if it meant I had to help them. Even if I meant I had to do
something. I don't mean any of that when I say that. People have to do their work.
Right.
I was in the middle of a relationship breakup, and I started working with this beautiful transgender lady named she wasn't transgender at this time. She was finishing her first feature film. She had a breakdown in the middle of filming it. I helped her finish her project. Now she's doing great, living her best life. But it was a movie that I didn't necessarily believe in, but I believed in that person. And I gave 150,000%, which was way too much, but we're still friends. I would probably, if we do another movie, I need to see a sick contract. But you know what I'm saying? But it's doing it. Yeah. I can't. There were times where I haven't.
I don't believe in not doing the work, man. I get that all the time from young writers that basically will just message me out of nowhere, and I don't mind helping them, but I refuse to help them or do anything for them if all of a sudden all I'm seeing is them asking me to do everything for them. Hey, can you just find me funding? Hey, can you just hook me up with
I think anytime
people out. There's a lot of those people.
Every time I post an accomplishment on my social media, you get that wave of people hey, how did you get that grant? Or hey, how did you?
Hey, or everyone going, hey, instead of saying happy for you, they're like, hey, you got a role for me?
Yeah, and I had cast somebody, and she posted about doing voiceover work for me, and I had a lady, and you get this every time you put stuff out there, you get a wave of that, and she messaged me can you help my daughter's dreams come true? She's pre-med actress, blah blah blah, and I didn't answer because right away because I wasn't really sure how to.
Well, yeah,
and then I got
right out of the gate, she's saying,
and on my post about having COVID and being really sick, she comes in and comments, "Go check your inbox, Miss Mathis." People just come at you.
Yeah, it's also why it disabled people's ability to post.
Trying to find ways to also do that, and you can't blame them. We're all trying to succeed, and we're all trying to.
But you also got to have common human decency.
Respect the people you're trying to get help from a little bit. Yeah.
That's not the nature of this beast, common decency. It's really not. You can't take it personally.
But at the
same time, it's just yeah. But it goes back to what you were saying.
If people add me, and as soon as I say yes to them being added, if the first thing they do is send me a link to their book or a link to their film or a link to their, hey, go buy this, as soon as they add me, I'm block. Boom.
But that's what the business is now. I mean, look, everybody's trying to pitch something. It's just different levels of it.
But brother, get to know. I think the only way that's highly effective is if you first put some energy into people. You know what I mean? Support into people. Coming out of the gate.
It depends on. That depends. It kind of is one of those power trip things of okay, well, if somebody just adds you and they're promoting, fine. If it's on an indie level where you're kind of a community and you're supporting each other, fine. Yeah. But you have to look. Some people aren't going to try to get to know 6,000 people. You know what I mean? No. They're going to get out there.
But before
it upsets you, they don't really care because they're just trying to market their book. Yeah,
I don't. It doesn't upset me except for how long it took me to hit block, but still.
Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah. I mean, look.
Yeah,
That's,
I don't know. I'm
yeah.
old school, man. Like a hello, how are you? Be
Yeah.
around for a bit, support some of the stuff.
Well, you should ask her how she feels with the hellos. Those aren't even that good. You know what I'm saying? I get dudes saying, "Hey, hello." A lot of that shit.
No, I'm just saying, it's like I don't.
Oh yeah, when people used to add me, I used to take. I don't anymore. Used to take the time to be like, "Thanks for connecting. Nice to meet you. Here's my website if you'd like to know anything more about me." And I kind of
perfectly okay. All I'm talking about is the people that add you and then are immediately trying to sell you something.
Oh, I know. It can be annoying for sure. Yeah.
Guys, I do got a pitch before I get out of here. Is I'm about to do Vengeance in May. I'm doing a movie called Vengeance, which is a great role.
You're about to take Vengeance on Mark in May? Is that what you said?
No, I'm filming Vengeance.
Start hiding now, buddy. Start hiding now.
I'm filming a SAG film by Falcon Pictures in May. Great role, an amazing cast of current and future stars. And pretty stoked about that. Falcon Pictures, Danny Falcon. Danny Falcon. Whatever.
Okay, so let me wrap this up before you got to go, and so I can give out accolades. First of all, Divinity, what do you want to do in the next couple of years? We got to make it succinct. Hold on, Lola, come here. Sorry.
Well, I've got a lot of pitches on my plate, so the Trigger project is definitely going to grow. There's a project on Amazon Prime you can watch. It's a comedy called Dating Horror Stories, as reenacted by classic movie monsters, and you'd probably like it, Mike, with your Boris Karloff and stuff going on. It's really funny. You can watch it on Prime for free, or I can shoot you a Vimeo link. And I want to pitch that as a TV series.
Yeah.
So just got I've got 6 original pilots right now in different stages, and others to develop that I want to pitch more.
Short I wanted to write called Disco Dancing Sumo Speed Dating.
Nice. That sounds like a party.
Anyway, you guys have been amazing. 2 amazing spirits, 2 amazing guests. As always, Mark, we do not have time this episode for you to do your quadruple flip, double lightsaber strike.
Mark, beatbox me out.
But we'll do that next time.
Beatbox us out.
Yeah,
put it in our monster.
I don't have those
frozen
skills.
Face is now turned into at least a smile. But anyway, it's been an amazing night, amazing guests. Divinity Rose, we thank you, Mike Ferguson, and for those games.
Really nice meeting you all.
Ferguson. You guys, if you want to support them in whatever they do, get a
I'm going on a cruise for the next 5 days with my girlfriend.
Anyway, it's been blessed having you, and hope to have you. Maybe we'll hit you up in another 6 to 8 months, see where you guys are at.
Awesome.
And anyway, beautiful blessings to all that you do, you guys. And thanks for people that are either watching it now or I will be watching it in the future. It is recorded, so it'll be on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook for as long as I guess we last. But then, of course, Mark, as always, great co-host. Lola, you say hi, Lola.
Hi, Lola.
Yeah, and then you've been watching Stormcrow, Dreamers Talking to Dreamers. As always, keep dreaming.
Have a good night.
Sick. Peace.
Michael Ferguson.
We need to at least try to make a call for help.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that call. This is Amityville Station 3. We're under siege by zombies. Listen, I don't know, and I don't care what's in those crates. What I do want to know is whatever inside is secure. I was told I was protecting it, not protecting us from it.
Let's go, man.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you, brother.
This is the place.
Yeah.
It's been detailed.
There's one security officer and he's old as fuck. That good enough for you?
That depends.
On fucking what?
Whether you decide to run off with my fucking money.
You think I'm fucking stupid?
You ran from my fucking nephew.
He's dead anyway.
Motherfucker! The only reason why you're still alive is I need the fucking money.
Oh, fuck!
Are we fucking clear?
Yeah!
Try it again, motherfucker, I'll kill you. I I need you to do the right thing. Kill me while I'm still human. You promised me. Sir, you need to put this old dog down. I love you. The girl, you know, the special one, the pretty one with the beautiful, I mean, not as pretty, you're pretty too. Don't get that wrong. Where's the girl?
Hi. I'm Guy. I ran the street my whole life with a rough crew.
Well, yeah, it should concern us. You willingly surrendered yourself and confessed all this, for Christ's sake.
Quite chilling, wasn't it?
Creepy. Maybe.
What's everyone's greatest fear, killer?
At this point, I'm not really scared of shit, so I want to know.
Come to the conclusion of the evening. Are you guys ready for this? She is the reason for the season, the lady behind tonight's shenanigans, and feel free to say whatever you want to. It's a stage direction, awesome. She started her comedy career on a showcase with Lisa Lampanelli at Caroline's on Broadway in New York City, and she has come a long way. Everybody, please welcome everyone's token ginger, the lovely Miss Divinity Rose.
Isn't Ed a fantastic host? He follows directions so well. He read, say whatever you want here. Man, I'm so excited. You guys you guys. You've been so awesome for all of my guest performers tonight. They went off stage. Jeanette, I swear to God, she should have froze midair. She was like, she was so excited. The show has evidently been going really well.
I didn't realize how many children I had would one day affect my comedy career. Like, I didn't know as a cat I would have worked harder. My name is Divinity Rose. I am a Kentucky native wild ginger. Hope you like redheads. Yeah, thank you. Yes, thank you.
I became a mom, I think. I think he's mine. Like, I have ADHD and PTSD. He could have just shown up on the porch, and I assumed he's one of those projects that I started and needed to finish. People think I'm a great mom because I have like pictures of him all over the house and the car, but really that's just so I don't forget what he looks like and knock him out when he's standing over me in the morning asking for breakfast and think he's an intruder. And he's just hungry. I don't know. Like he just wants a little something. Yeah. I got a new car recently. Baby steps. Yeah. I already got rear-ended the other day. Yeah. That's the way it goes. But I think that the car has shown me I'm not ready for wealth. Like this one small upgrade in my life has changed me as a person. Before I got the new car, it was like, come sit on my finger, birds. I'm Cinderella. I love you. I'll sing to you. After new car, get away from my car, you effing birds! No poo-poo! No poo-poo on my car! It's white, and you make it look like it's melting. I ended up in a church somehow, and I kept hearing all around me, Jesus is inside you. Jesus is inside you. Jesus, and I was terrified. Like, all I could think about was how much damn bubblegum I had swallowed. Like, I was certain Jesus was stuck. Like, I'm walking around in some cavern-looking thing with bubblegum stalactites. I don't know. It's pretty... So for all you people who've been inviting him in and waiting for him to return, I apologize for the delay. That's pretty obvious. And I will give you a little dating tip. I dated an engineer for 6 years, and their brains are like Spock from Star Trek. They are very yes or no, very yes. And ladies, little dating tip for you. If an engineer asks you if you want to play with his erector set, don't get your hopes up. He means it. He means his erector set. Yes. When we first met, we spent the night, like, made every model in the manual that you could make, and then his mom came and asked me if I wanted breakfast and when I could come play again. It was great. I got to see. And we're just gonna take all that stuff that stresses you out, and we're gonna put it in a ball right here. Are you ready? And when I go like this, we're all gonna howl at the moon together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Doesn't that feel good?
That was awesome. Okay, hold on.
So throughout the show, every time. No. Not when you do it. When I do it. You guys can help me. When I do it.
All right, do it again then.
I love howling at the moon. That's great. No, what do you... Cheater!
I win.
I went to the chiropractor, and he has this thing called an actuator gun. And he taps your bones with it. Tap, 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 instead of like snapping you into place. And he hit right here on this bone. Pop, 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 pop. And I was couldn't take any more and shouted out, I am Iron Man! That's when he decided the session was over. I was like, I'm sorry. I felt like a robot and you were tightening my bolts. He didn't give me anything. He forgot it was Mother's Day. But Kroger's sent me an email that said, Happy Mother's Day. Save on Tropicana orange juice. Thanks, Kroger's. I didn't know you cared. Just gonna put that in the closet with all the other gifts I'll never use. I didn't even open it. It was just... Okay, so I was driving to the photo shoot, and there's this pet, everybody gets in on the advertising thing, there's this pet shop, and it said on the marquee, Mom would love a canary. No? I can't say that's ever been on my list for Mother's Day. But now that I know other moms might have one and I don't, it's on the list, and you should have known. That's all I'm saying. Mom doesn't want a canary. Mom wants to get laid. That would be great. Pokemon! Yeah! That'd be great. I would love that. One time I've had my pants down with another person lately was when I was getting a tattoo removed. And a friend asked me, well, what was it? And I said, oh, it says Texas right here on my hip. It was my nickname in high school. Everybody called me Little Texas. No, don't get that removed, he says. Just add a picture. I'm from Texas. Just add like Chuck Norris or something. Oh my God. I would never get laid again. Guys don't have enough pressure. They need Chuck Norris staring at them. Try harder. It was bad.
This guy came up to you, never met him before, no introduction, nothing, just walked up and said, I build starships! And proceeded to tell me about every level and every little detail that he drew, and I had no idea what he's talking about, and my brain was on overload, and my eyes glazed over, and that's when I felt nerd raped.
Metamora is Metamora, correct?
No.
No, it's
Locals say Matamore.
Matamore, not Metamora. Like no one come out the door every day like, I live in Metamora. I would. I totally would. I came in town earlier, and as we were driving through up and down the streets, if any of you were out on your front porches, I apologize. We look like maniacs. We were driving through like, oh my God, this is so awesome. Oh my God, this is great. We just came like out of trees into this awesome like Nirvana. And I feel like I just found some temple in Nirvana in the middle of the woods. Like, welcome to the jungle. We got fun stores. We got everything you want and a boat drawn by a horse. That's all I could find on Wikipedia before I came up here about the place was that there was a boat and it says, drawn by horses. And we had like a 20-minute debate on what that meant. On the way.
I do not eat hot stuff. I'm a little ginger girl. Chad's like, yeah, sometime you can join a stage where comedians eat chicken and then tell some jokes. And I was thinking, oh, so they like meet up at a chicken place. No pickles. I can't eat pickles. Oh, Jesus. And no, I walked in and I saw stuff sitting on the stage. I was like, oh, no. No. I'm so not into hot food. My friend over there was like giving me like boxing tips almost before I came on stage. Now, if you sweat, it's normal, it's okay, it's like... First stop on my tour through the US, and thanks, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be memorable. Like, because I'm so ginger. Well, I hired a mortician to do my makeup for this show. Buckets pay me royalties to use the name Pale.